The Economic Freedom Fighters has filed a criminal charge against private investigator Paul O'Sullivan following his conduct during Thursday's Parliamentary Ad Hoc Committee hearings. O'Sullivan walked out before completing his testimony. And for more on this, let's now speak to legal expert and senior lecturer at the University of Limpopo, Lufuno Nevondwe, and he joins us now via our video link. Mr. Nevondwe, thank you so much for your time this evening, sir. Let's start off here. I mean, we saw Parliament's Ad Hoc Committee this week, and what stood out, of course, is that issue around Paul O'Sullivan and him walking out during proceedings. And from a legal point of view, did Paul O'Sullivan's walk out constitute a breach of the law?
Yes, I think there is the law which govern the process, is the Powers, Privileges and Immunities of Parliament and Provincial Legislatures Act 2004. In terms of this act, you need to be summoned by Parliament to appear before it. And it appears that Paul was volunteered to go to Parliament to give the evidence, so he was not summoned. So when he was not summoned, Section 14 does not necessarily apply to him because he was not summoned to go to Parliament, and the offences relating to witnesses, which is Section 17, also does not apply to him at this stage because he was not summoned. He volunteered go to Parliament and give evidence, and it appears that Parliament is still willing to engage him to come back.
Yeah.
Maybe what was wrong on him was the way he left Parliament. He will have handled the issue better. Maybe he will have even written to the chair and indicate his availability until 1 o'clock so that he is able to catch the flight as he has said. So maybe the way he has handled the issue itself left much to be desired. But in terms of the Privileges Act, he has not committed any offense because he was not summoned to go to Parliament. He was not forced. He volunteered himself to go there and cooperate and give evidence.
Yeah.
And maybe the other thing which we must also say is that as a witness, he deserves also to be protected by the processes. It appears that even when MPs are asking him questions, they need to ask him questions with respect, because overall he's a human being. He's entitled to the constitutional right which everybody who find himself in South Africa have.
And Mr. Nevondwe, I mean, you are saying that he volunteered to go to Parliament, and now that we've seen the EFF laying charges against him, what may arise from a legal point of view, from this sort of behavior and conduct? I mean, you are saying that, the manner in which he walked out is questionable, but can there be any legal consequences for him at this point in time, now that we have seen the EFF laying a charge?
It is still premature. Remember, if he was summoned to come to Parliament, he was expected to be in Parliament until all the processes are completed. If he was summoned, then if in case he did what he did, he was going to face the offences which relate to the witnesses in terms of Section 17 of the Privileges Act. In the sense that he will have been, even when a criminal case has been opened against him, he will have went to court, and in case he was successfully prosecuted, he will have faced a sentence of 12 months or a fine or both. But at this stage, it is still early for us to say that, because he volunteered to go to Parliament. He was not summoned. So remember, the law changed when you are summoned, when you are forced to come to Parliament because maybe you refuse to cooperate to come and give evidence. At this stage, it is still early, and I heard even Parliament were saying that they will engage him so that he can come back and complete the the testimony he will give, which even himself, he has confirmed that is ready and willing to go back to Parliament and give evidence.
And before I let you go, Mr. Nevondwe, what do you make of the conduct of MPs? I mean, you were saying a bit earlier on that, you know, those who appear before Parliament also need to be afforded, you know, the right level of respect, particularly if they've volunteered to come before, you know, a Parliament. And would you say that the MPs also, you know, reacted accordingly? You know, would you say that this was a fact-finding testimony and a line of questioning also from members of Parliament?
Yeah, what I will say is that when witnesses are giving evidence, they are assisting the process, the Ad Hoc Committee. And remember, the witnesses must be accountable. There's no doubt about that. But even when you ask them questions, there's a need for the respect of the witnesses. They need to be respected, because if the witnesses are not respected, then it will even defeat the purpose. Remember, as much as you as a witness, you must account. You must be able to be treated fairly, and your constitutional rights need to be respected, because you do not lose your constitutional rights by virtue of you appearing before Parliament. So there's always a way. You can interrogate them, you can question them the way you want, but do that with respect, and also respect the constitutional right of those witnesses. Remember, these witnesses have volunteered. They are cooperating. They are giving evidence. Remember, here we are the Ad Hoc Committee is establishing the truth, so that they are able to do the thorough investigation, and so that when they give the report, their report is complete. So the witnesses must be given the opportunity without prejudice or fear, so that they are able to narrate what they know in terms of the questions which they are being asked. Remember, witnesses have the responsibility to answer the questions which they are being asked, but that must be done in an orderly manner.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Nevondwe. That is a legal expert and senior lecturer there at the University of Limpopo, Lufuno Nevondwe, talking to us there about that issue that took place in Parliament this week when private investigator Paul O'Sullivan staged a walkout.